Morning, everybody. This is Roland with RC Taxidermy. I had several people get message me and stuff like that. And man, I really appreciate it. And the day times that we live in, there's so much out there to learn a craft and everything like that. And I don't mind answering questions and this and that and everything. One of the things you got to ask yourself is, how do you want to be in your profession, no matter what you do in life? If you want really some inspiration, look up on TikTok and look up Nick Saban, and Nick Saban tells you, hey, if you just want to be average, that's how most people should be. If you want to be above average, it takes a lot, some work. And if you want to be excellent, you got to really put forth a lot of effort. And then if you want to be elite, then you got to really do it on a daily basis. I do all my deer the same way. I want my deer to be a certain way. And one of the things that on this video that we're going to do is I'm going to show out 4 key hair patterns. And I promise you, if you'll start mounting your deer and pay attention to these hair patterns, your deer will start changing in front of your eyes. And I taught this in a seminar in Florida. Okay. The most critical thing is getting this horn set. Okay. A lot of times it'll be right in between the eye and the ear. Do your measurements. Just remember, if you got them too high, it's going to pull the skin this way. If you got them too far back, it's going to go this way. If it's too low, you're going to have skin bunched up here. And then if it's too far forward, you're going to have all this up on this. I believe clay work separates the really good taxidermist to an average taxidermist. If you're just mounting a deer and not doing any clay work, the clay work gives you a soft appearance, okay? So the number 1 hair pattern, I call it the turkey fan, and it goes right here at the top of the tear duct, and it goes right here on this brow. And the hair pattern will do like this. What it does, it sets the whole perimeter of your eye. So if this is wrong, you're not going to get these hair patterns to line up, and you're going to know something's wrong, okay? But it sets the whole perimeter of the eye, and then the white should come back to the turkey fan right there. So you have that nice round circle. Your next one is going to be the V, okay? The V coming off the antler. If you look at every deer, they have one. The front part's made by nature, but the second part, and somebody had explained it to me, but they didn't tell me why. And I found this out in a seminar. You have this bone, your burr, and they could be a 1/2 inch, it could be 3/4 an inch, whatever. You have to get your skin down to that bone. So if you fill all this up in the back, you're never going to get that hair pattern, because the skin's got to go down in that crease and then up the burr to go around, and it'll make that V. Your third hair pattern comes off underneath this gland. You'll have a brown and a white hair, and it comes right there, okay? Your 4th hair pattern is, a lot of people overtuck this back corner. And when you overtuck the back corner, you're shoving way too much skin in there, or you're overtucking. The hair actually comes this way, goes around, and then the bottom lip actually goes forward a little bit, and then the hair pattern goes down. So it comes around, and then it goes down straight, okay? This is another thing that you should always kind of think about, and hopefully I can get this in the picture. This is a Florida deer, and I had to narrow his head because the form was too wide, so I took a wedge out and bondoed it back, and now it's going to be in line with my eyeballs and my burrs, and it's going to be a good looking mount when I'm done with it. All right, so now I got one here from Florida. I'm going to change this camera angle. There's my shop labor barking over there. So, all right, so let's look at these hair patterns. Let me get real close so y'all can see what I'm talking about. This right here is what I call the turkey fan. Sets the whole perimeter of your eye, and you see how the hair comes back to the turkey fan? There's your number 1 hair pattern. Number 2 hair pattern. See how you got this V? It's naturally in the front, but you got to be able to tuck it to get it to come back to the back. This one wasn't real prominent. Let me get where I'm at. Okay. It wasn't real prominent with the brown and the white, but you can tell if you look right there. That's where that hair pattern is. And then the fourth, like I said, kind of comes around, goes back forward, and then it comes down. If you overtuck this, you're gonna know. So you do that and a little bit of clay work to your deer, they're going to change right in front of your eyes. I promise you. I've been asked by several people to do a video on my eyes, and I think I might try to do that tomorrow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the eye, and I'm going to explain how I set it and the key points to where your hair pattern or your eye should flow and everything. Try to help y'all out, you know. So I'll have this on TikTok and on my YouTube channel, RC Taxidermy. Share it with your friends. We are still working on our combo noses and lips. This one's fixing to get one installed. I installed one on that Florida deer. Every deer that I'm doing, I'm putting them on, and I think it'll make a huge difference. So just think about me when you come up to with your noses. Like I said, we're going to do the slip lip combo. We're going to do the noses and just lips. So whichever way you want to go with them. Y'all have a good Christmas and stay tuned.